Now that's a little cow right there. There ain't no carbs in that bowl. Well, coffee time friends, how y'all doing? It's me and Mama here on Coffee Time. We are having potato soup, Mama's favorite soup, and I thought we was gonna get some cornbread.
Sorry.
And she said crackers.
You hollered too late. The potatoes is.
I thought it was come as a combo.
Oh no, we're cutting back on it.
I thought potato soup always.
Had corn.
I thought the only question was muffins or pone.
Oh, sorry. I didn't get that memo. I'm sorry.
We've always had cornbread with our potato soup, but Mama does like it with crackers better.
And we're cutting back. Oh, excuse me.
Mmm.
You good.
That coffee's hot. I had to sip it.
I think my potatoes are about done. I peeled, well, about 5 little potatoes like that.
Whatever you got, we're gonna eat.
Yeah. I'm going to show them over here, and then I'm going to put it back over to put my cornstarch on.
She's gonna show you what she's up to over there. She don't want us over there, but she don't care if you guys looking. She don't care for us looking. What are y'all eating tonight? We still got them pork chops on our horizon.
I just didn't want the
She didn't want the grease tonight. So these are just cooked potato. Would you put salt, butter?
salt, and now I'm putting a little butter.
You know, a little cracked pepper in there?
No, you can crack yours.
Oh, I heard that loud and clear. Okay, what's that? Just butter?
Just the butter, about
How much?
well, it's not hardly a tablespoon. It's just about it.
So this is just potatoes and water and salt?
And there goes the butter.
And that's all you put? You don't want no pepper?
No, you can pepper.
You don't want even a little...
You need it though. Not like
She
you
says we
do.
can put a little ground pepper, but not like I want it, she said. You say when to whoa.
A little bit more. I guess that's good. Hey, my last 2 shakes. So I'm gonna let the butter melt. And you can tell the potatoes are done.
They're done.
And then I've opened up the can of cream.
Evaporated milk.
And I don't know how much I'm pouring, but I just want it to get good and white looking.
Well, it looks good and white.
And that's it.
Let me say that can. She poured half. This is evaporated milk, Ginger Evans. This is our store brand. And this is 12 ounce. She put 6 ounces of canned evaporated milk in there.
So all I'm gonna do now is take this back over to the burner and let it boil. And then I'm gonna add my thickening
And that is
to it.
cornstarch
Yeah. Just
and in cold water.
yeah, I'm gonna
That's
show
it.
'em.
That's potatoes. I came home.
This is my dry cornstarch, about a tablespoon. Now I'm just gonna put water in here.
Cold water. That's
Cold
important.
water. Yeah, you put hot or warm, it'll lump it up bad. And I'm gonna, when this gets to rolling, boiling real good, I'm gonna pour this
Slurry.
slurry into there to thicken my soup up, and that's it.
You ever hear anybody talk about a slurry? It's just cornstarch and cold water.
Or flour.
Or flour. You can do a flour slurry, but I don't have good luck with flour. It knocks up on me. I do cornstarch. I never have any problem. But you can thicken with, or you could add a can of crema in there. Cream of celery would be good in it. Cream of chicken, if you wanted to, that would thicken you up some soup too. But that slurry is just cornstarch, and there's no exact amount. Like you can put 2 tablespoons in there, you might put another drop of water.
Just ever how thick you are. So here.
But
it
you
is.
want it to be like milk.
Here it is. It just the water and cornstarch.
It'll look like milk, and it should be the consistency of milk. It's not going to be thick, and it's not a paste. It's just slurry. You can add to your gravy. Sometimes when I'm making good old breakfast gravy, I do something wrong. The flour or something, and I think this gravy ain't never going to thicken. After your gravy has boiled, good and boiled, if it ain't thickened in about a minute or 2, you're going to have thin gravy unless you do a little slurry. As soon as you pour that slurry in there, after it starts rolling, boiling, you stir and you'll feel it. You'll feel it, and it'll be thick, and you'll know you got your thickness. And when she brings that soup back over here, you ain't gonna recognize it. It's gonna be thick. Now this is Mama's favorite soup.
This is what my mommy always fixed us when we was sick or felt
And my
bad.
mommy fixed it for me when I was sick. My favorite soup is a good vegetable soup. You know, I told y'all a month ago I was wanting vegetable soup like it's wintertime. I'm still wanting that. I love a good juicy. I like mine. Now, some of y'all make fun of my soup when I make it because they say it's too thin. But that's to each their own. I don't like a thick soup. Now, this potato soup will be thick.
No, it's not.
I mean, it'll be, here,
It's,
it'll be thicker than what it was a while ago.
oh yeah, it was just.
But I like the juice of any soup.
See, and as it gets colder, it will get thicker. And
Yeah, it'll. When you eat it tomorrow, you'll have to have water
yeah.
or milk.
So I hope I didn't fix a whole lot to have to eat just one of them.
You did good on this, Mama. That's just one little thing. I'll go ahead and put some out so it can be cooling. And that's the way we like it. Now, Mama is like me. We get a good hearty spoonful of all the goodie. And then we want a spoonful of mostly juice. And that's the reason I fix my vegetable soup the same way. When I do vegetable soup, I want it thin. I want it good and thin.
I like for it to soak my crackers, and your daddy wanted beans thick and soup thick and everything.
Yeah, let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this meal. We thank you for these precious hands that prepared it. And Lord, we thank you for having us sit here together and take of it, nurse our bodies with it. Be with all of our friends who are gathered here. Be with each and every prayer request, Lord. Those that are spoken and unspoken. Be with us as we live in this world. Lord, watch over, lead, guide, and direct us. In your name we pray. Amen. All right. So there is Mama's potato soup. And that right there is exactly how Mama eats hers.
Yeah.
Hey.
You leaving us?
I'm leaving.
Well, he doesn't.
I'm leaving.
He's just gonna leave us, he says.
I'm going to let you sing and dance for the folks.
Oh, I can't do that.
You can.
No.
Now, if I had them
Ooh.
store-bought or fresh, I would use some green onions and I would chop up the tops, or I might even use some purple onion. Would be good.
Could you hand me the salt shake? I didn't get enough salt in the potatoes.
Okay.
Thank you.
But I don't have green onions.
I thought we had no.
We have some there, but they need to be disposed of. I thought you might want to plant them indoors. I don't do a lot of cheese, but I'm going to put a little cheese on mine. Would you like cheese? No. And I'm going to put a little of my favorite. We're not sponsored by Frank's. But Frank, if you out there somewhere, you know I always talk about your product.
Frank's your friend, man.
I've used Frank's for 30 years. Frank's hot sauce. If you're a hot sauce connoisseur, you have your favorite. I'm sure of it. Because everyone does. And I love Frank's hot sauce. And I like black pepper. Now, yes, I like Mama's soup just plain. But right here's what I used to eat a lot of. I haven't lately. But I would take a saltine cracker for lunch.
It's hot.
And I would just put Frank's hot sauce on my saltine. And I try to feel, I was talented when I used to eat this all the time.
You had practice, didn't you?
And I could fill in all them holes with the hot sauce. And I'll just sit and eat these.
I worry about you.
They're delicious. And people at work, I was at my desk most of the time, and people would see me, and they'd say, "Are you eating hot sauce crackers?" And I'll say, "Sure am." Well, they started buying me Frank's hot sauce for gifts and birthday. And I had all kinds of it. Because they knew I loved it. See, that cheese is already melted. Stir that up in there. Onion would be good in it. But I don't really even need that this late.
Mommy didn't put onions in it when we were sick, but my younger brother, he could make it taste just like Mommy's. But then he would put onions in it too, and I didn't eat the onions in it.
Dad used to say, "Make us some potato soup like you make it." And that meant I was going to put onion in it. I cooked my onions in it. And I was going to put cheese in it and probably a little hot sauce. And but sometimes he wasn't like Mama's. So I knew what he's talking about. If he said mine or if he said like your mommy's. It don't have enough salt in it.
Mm-mm.
But with my Frank's hot sauce and my cheese, I'm not going to add no salt. Look at that cheese just melting its little stuff right back down in that bowl.
It's a strain.
Look at it.
I see that.
It's too slow for me. What are y'all having? Something good? Tempt us.
This tastes good to me. I'm freezing this evening.
Simple and easy homemade potato. Yes, Nola. Simple and easy homemade soup. I love potato soup. We have it here every once in a while. Mama's been claiming it's winter. It's winter already, she said.
Look at my sweater. I've got
It's
it on.
83.
I'm freezing though. I'm cold. This soup's tastes good to me.
So, if you're going to eat a bowl of soup with us, you're going to eat it like Mama's, you're going to eat it like mine. Who's on my side?
Oh, they'll be on your side.
I think not, Mama.
All that hot stuff.
Love potato soup. Yum. I made chicken noodle tonight. Man, do you think it's winter too? Looks yummy, Rose said. Mine sure is. I love it. Now, I would have eaten a piece of cornbread,
Yeah, you would.
but I'm just not going to eat them crackers. I don't see no need in using carbs that could have been dedicated to cornbread
I'm sorry.
when I'm eating a bowl of carbs right here.
I should have fixed your cornbread. I didn't think.
That's okay, Mama.
I was just thinking of crackers.
We've cut it out. We've not had cornbread in weeks.
We had block biscuits last night.
We had biscuits last night, and there's still a bowl full of them here. Still a bowl full. This is good. It wasn't what I was necessarily wanting,
No, you just want the pork chops.
but it's so good. I'm glad we had it. Mama's got a way of asking questions. So I come home a little later, and she says, "You still want them old greasy pork chops?" I said, "Why, no, ma'am. I wouldn't have one for the world."
You know I didn't want it this late.
And she said, "I've been wanting some potatoes." I said, "Me too, Pixie." So she started. I can tell when Mama's stomach's bothering her. She don't want something. She'll say, "You still want that?" And her face goes like that.
I make it very obvious, don't
"You still want them old greasy pork chops?"
Wasn't hardly that bad, was it? Yeah, I guess it was.
Sometimes she says, I got off, I had to sit. Y'all, some of y'all would be proud of me. Some of y'all would think you should act that way all the time and not be so picky. I had to sit in the road for 30 minutes without moving. That's a long time. And it wasn't a regular road construction. Now, you folks out there running them road construction sites, we don't care to stop. And we don't care to wait 10 minutes, but and here's the thing. The traffic coming this way was coming the whole time, but it was just like 10 cars, 15 cars. And I thought, are they going to leave that lane open all night and I'm going to have to live? Should I get my mail changed to here? We finally got to go.
You was getting worried?
I was afraid I was going to get road ragey looking at it.
You wouldn't do that, would you?
I just sat there, tried to keep my face in order.
They could see from the cars that passed it how your face was. Oh, look out, he's got road rage.
It doubled my travel time. I could have been home in 40 minutes, 45, but I was home in an hour and a half.
I was kind of getting worried there. Till you had called me, and I remember you said you would stop or waiting.
Well, I had called her when I left, and I said, hey, I'm leaving. You ready to eat? And she said, yeah, I am. And it usually takes me 45 minutes. Well, it was longer.
Quite a bit longer.
I know they have to work, and I appreciate them. I really do, but I just think we could have all waited 15 minutes. They could have let us went.
Split the time, huh?
I think they forgot about us sitting over there. I think our person forgot about us.
Well, they've got certain things they have to get done, so.
Mama's going to take their side.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't switch it, and you've got to get that done.
Mama's always taking their side.
If somebody's working, you try to go along with them and help them.
30 minutes.
That is too long, though.
I'm okay with 15. 30 minutes is a long time. Anyhow, thank y'all for those hearts.
We need them with this. And
This is good. You hot sauce lovers, get you some potato soup, put you some hot sauce, and a little bit of cheese. It's delicious. It's easy to make. I love that hot sauce. And your potato soup's good too, Mama.
you can't even taste my potato soup. Cheese and hot sauce in it.
But the potato soup is the vehicle
The vehicle.
for the hot sauce and the cheese.
No.
You don't just see me sitting here eating a bowl of cheese and hot sauce, do you?
I said you need hot sauce and crackers.
I was just showing that what used to be my lunch. But I'm saying, if it wasn't for this delicious potato soup, my hot sauce and my cheese would not have anything to complement.
Oh, I see.
It's all about you, Mama, is what I'm trying to say.
I see. I hear you.
Look at that tater. Look at that soup. You see that little bit of red in there? That's that hot sauce.
And a little orange.
That's that cheese. It's just like you. You don't just eat a pack of crackers. You got your tater soup.
Yeah.
That sure is good. It won't hurt my feelings at all to eat that for lunch tomorrow.
Oh, we probably will. I thought I made a little amount.
I think you made the perfect amount.
A bowl apiece
A
tomorrow.
bowl apiece tonight and a bowl apiece for lunch. I mean, here's the thing, folks. Mama and I have learned, and Mama, there for a while, for a hot minute, I guess before she started cooking for you all, she was getting into them frozen dinners. She was, not TV dinners, I'm talking about like making 2 meatloaves at one time. Did I do the balloons? Anyhow, making 2 meatloaves at one time and freezing one. Making 2 lasagnas at one time and freezing one. Making spaghetti enough for 2 meals and freezing a bowl of spaghetti. We started doing that with Dad because, well, to be honest with you, sometimes he would order up something and you'd fix it and then he'd say, I don't think I want that now. And he'd order something else and Mom would fix it. And so you'd have 2 meals in one night. And I'd say, well, just throw that in the freezer. We'll eat it another time. It ain't no big deal. Or we'll eat it tomorrow, whatever we could do. But Mom would come to the conclusion, if I'm going to make a meatloaf, and this was before
This
the
is when I
macro
was
pro.
working full time, so.
And it was before the macro pro when it took an hour, 10 minutes, 20 minutes to make a meatloaf. She'd just make 2 loaves and put them in the oven at the same time. She'd cook them. We'd get it out. We'd eat one. We'd let it cool. We'd double bag and put the other one in some container, Tupperware container. Dump it in the freezer. And if we want a meatloaf in the next 3 weeks, we had it fixed. Take it out at lunch, let it thaw, warm it, put it back in the oven, you'd have it done. So if you're still, especially if you're working and coming home at 4:30 or 5, or if you have to sit in 30 minutes of traffic, and you're like, I gotta get food on the table for the family, it's a good meal planner. Now, we pretty much cook what we cook and eat it and try to not have a lot of leftovers.
It's hard to cut back when you're used to cooking a lot.
It is hard, but since we've been trying to eat a little healthier, do a little better planning, incorporate more water, less carbs, less
And
bread.
I use smaller kettles. I'd always
Smaller
use that
kettles.
bigger kettle to fix potato soup in.
We always cook like we was cooking for an army. Instead of a 1 pound meatloaf, we'd make a 3 pound meatloaf. So, or if we was making chili,
But before your daddy
That's a
got so
huge
sick, he was a good eater though.
and we had a lot more people over.
Yeah.
We would have guests, company, drop-ins. Not like formal, just people coming by and they'd eat. But things change.
Oh yeah.
And we had to change with them. And I'm fine with it. I'm fine with the cooking less. In the beginning, giving up the cornbread 3 or 4 times a week was really hard. Not having biscuits on a whim was really hard. Not having light bread, we still eat light bread. Don't get out that rumor that we've quit eating all breads. You all see us eating it. And don't let me say, I thought you didn't eat bread, now you're fixing biscuits.
We eat them.
We eat them.
I tell you, even those biscuits was a flop. It was good with that great jelly last night.
And we've got 5 biscuits left. So we didn't eat but what we had when y'all was here. And Mama might eat one today.
No, I didn't eat one.
But we got biscuits that we can eat in the morning. Be good. And it's all about moderation. It's all about doing things in a sensible manner. And I guarantee you, if you cut it all out, you'll soon go back to it. I don't think anything is really, you should cut anything completely. I think all things in moderation works fine. Okay.
I told my doctor that she said, watch your sodium intake. I said, well, I have to watch my sugar intake, and everything that's good to eat has got sodium or sugar one in it or both.
But you've done better with that.
I have done better.
And we're going to do a little better with trying this. I'll need some guidance. But the monk fruit, I don't know. Is this a good one? I just got on there and looked. Thought it was small enough to try. We're going to make some tea with it and use this instead of white granulated sugar. And maybe put a little in some oatmeal, see if we like it. I did open it and taste it. Tastes like sweetened. It did have a little flavor to it.
Afterwards, it came.
Some of y'all told me it didn't have that. Did I get the wrong one?
Well, what is the name of that? Like,
I don't know about the brand, but it's just monk fruit sweetener. Is that what everybody uses? Love me some potato soup. It is so good, Patsy. Are y'all using this? I can tell you've lost quite a bit of weight since you cut most of your bread out. Well, thank you, Jeannie. I don't know that I feel better. Mama, we thought she had lost a pound or maybe
Several.
8 or 10. But when she went to the doctor, she had not lost but 1 pound since her
But I
last
had
visit.
fluids, so
I think it's changed a little bit because I can still tell she's lost something in her face.
yeah, I've lost some weight.
But I think it's over a series of time. And we had already been cutting way back before you went to the doctor last time. You got to think about that.
Yeah.
So we're not on a big program. We're not
What's this
on
word right here?
sugar
No.
replacement.
Oh, I thought that. No, right up here. This one.
Ask me another easy one. With
With that ethanol, like
no, it's not ethanol. It's ERYTHRITOL. Erythritol.
Well, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. It says classic white sugar replacement. 0 carbs, 0 calories. Keto friendly. We're going to try. But if I've got the wrong thing, somebody re-guide me. Or if you've got a better one, you're like, oh, John, try this. I'll try it. Because we like sweet flavors, but we don't have to have the sugar. I'd like to find something really good before Christmas. Because I'd like to make some good Christmas stuff, and I want it to be good, but I don't want to have all the sugar. And I told Mama, even if we substitute half of the sugar with this, like if it calls for a cup and a half of sugar, and we put a cup of this and a half a cup of sugar, we'd be better off.
When I make Granny's fudge, I'm not tinkering with it. I'll tell you that right now.
As you all can see, this is going to be an easy transition. We'll have absolutely no problem with it.
No, I ain't switching. I love that fudge. And I'm fixing it just like Granny did. I'm not messing it up. You mess up something else, but not that fudge.
Send help.
Send help. What's that sign? Is that the sign?
I thought, what are you doing? You know, when they tell them to do this and that's help. She's watching stuff on Facebook. If we do one of Granny's fudges for the whole season of November and December,
One won't last. You gotta have one for Thanksgiving, one for Christmas. I have to give my buddy some.
there'll be no cornbread or biscuits through this next holiday season. If you do one or two, you know, whatever.
It ain't an everyday thing.
Holidays are rough when you're trying to reduce intake of that. Liz Kelly is oh wait, somebody's talking about milk fruit. Liz Kelly, is that a person's name? Is monk fruit safe to use as a sweetener? Ann says. Are you asking questions, Liz, on here, or my daughter's type 1 diabetic and that's what we use? Okay, Wendy, thank you. Absolutely, don't mess with the Gina, don't say that.
Yes, agree with me.
I saw Mama shake her head. No, we never saying. She shakes her head no a lot. That is good stuff. I use another brand, Whole Earth. Okay, Whole Earth, Liz. I will remember that. Whole Earth has the same 2 ingredients. Good stuff. Okay, good. I agree with Mama on the fudge. Okay, we'll do the fudge.
Yeah.
Stevia. Gloria Drummond. You use stevia? Okay.
Stevia's just a plant name.
You could try it with just 2. See how it turns out. You might like it. Gwen, I think it's a good idea. I'm with you, Mama. We don't touch that fudge. Okay. Nola. That's Nola.
Nola's my friend.
Use regular sugar in baking.
And
No
bake it.
subs. Okay. So, Kathy, are you saying like this don't taste good in baked stuff? Is that what you're meaning? Or are you on Mama's side like once in a while ain't gonna hurt you?
If you done it all the time, but you don't do it, no.
So is monk fruit just for cold stuff? Is Splenda any good? I don't blame you at all, Mama. Make your fudge. Okay, Mama, you got overwhelming support. Hey, from North Carolina. Hey, Patricia, how are you? Salmon patties and fried potatoes and peas. Oh, Zella, I've been wanting those too.
You didn't want salmon.
John, don't try fixing something that's not broken.
That's right. That's a good motto. Keep that up.
Okay, that word is supposed to increase risk of heart attack. Bonnie, blood poison.
Well, I can't use that.
According to new study, I've always used Bonnie. Thank you for telling. I'm not using it. I've always used monk fruit, but no longer. Okay, Bonnie, thank you. That word, Mama, is rat poison.
Rat poison.
If it causes heart attacks, blood clots, and strokes,
I'm on blood thinner for my heart and everything. I better not be eating this thing.
we'll just do sugar and do less of it. I just got this to try. Thank you, Bonnie, weekly. Thanks, Sean. Make it and then give it away. Yeah, Mama does a lot of giving away of that.
Well, I don't want to give it to nobody if it's
Yeah, we're not going to use that.
got that in it.
Can't wait to put sweetener on. Honey, you're in Florida. Oh, sweater on. Oh, that's sweet. My mind's on sweetener. Okay. I missed you again. I started looking for you in at 6:30.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Sharon. We're behind. We've been behind 2 days in a row. Stevia has an aftertaste. Renee, we tried stevia one time and we didn't care for that aftertaste. Christmas and Thanksgiving are both once a year. Yeah, we don't miss anything, Jackie, on Christmas or Thanksgiving. But Mama's talking about making fudge. Now, I want some of Granny's fudge and I want it sugar and all. But Mama used to make 6-8 batches of it. True story. So I said, if we just make 1 or 2,
I'll give it a one.
use Splenda for sugar substitute. Okay, it is good in the tea. Okay, Linda. I bought some Splenda. Fudge, just like Grandma made, Mama. Monk fruit and cold and baked stuff is the best. In cold and baked stuff. Okay, Debbie. Well, yeah.
But I'm afraid to use it if that's what that causes.
Mint fruit is great in my morning coffee. Okay, Liz. Pure cane sugar is best from Virginia. Hi, you two. Hey, Susan. Thank y'all for helping us.
Appreciate everything.
None of it's good for you, Dee says. Dee Loudermilk. None of it's good for you. And
Dee's
fudge
not
should be
right.
made the proper way without any sugar substitute. All right, Dee. I give up. I give up. We're gonna make fewer batches. How about that? That's a good compromise. Salad for supper. Oh, Tammy, you're so good.
Very good if you just had a salad.
You have survived this long. Why change it now? Okay, Kathy.
Somebody wrote on there that their I think their daddy was like in their 90s and their mommy was almost 90 or
Mhm.
something. And they eat biscuits and cornbread all their life. Desiree's done it. So,
I'm not going to use this
you know, if it's that,
because that word,
I couldn't.
ERYTHRITOL.
That's the reason I want to know what it is. And if I'm taking blood thinners, I'm sure I ain't gonna they eat something they'll make.
Oh, Mama, you always use anything to get out of trouble.
Have you seen it?
You just lucked out.
I know.
know it. This was just £1. I was just going to try it. This reason I bought this £1 little thing. Because we've never tried it. And I've heard a lot of people like it. We'll just get rid of this. Because I don't want anything that's going to cause a stroke or a heart attack or nothing else. That's what we're trying to prevent. Make tea with a cup of sugar. Here's the thing, Patricia. Yes, a cup of sugar. Here's me. I either want it. I want it sweet, like with 2 cups of sugar, or I want it unsweet. And here's the thing. I love it unsweet. Just plain tea. I love that.
I've got till I can drink his now.
So we're just going to, maybe we'll just do that, Mama. We'll just go to all of our tea is no sugar. And we'll just have,
I don't know about peach.
I think it'd still be good. We'll try it without sugar. And then we'll have sugar and Splenda for a company that wants sweet tea. And I can get fancy and I can make some syrup, simple syrup. Do you know when we was in New York, and some of you New Yorkers will have to confirm, we would order sweet tea and they would say, we don't have it. And they would have a bottle of liquid there and they'd say, you can put syrup or you can put sugar, whatever. And you would just pour that in your tea. And we kind of, you know, it was pretty good. Is that a custard? Here you wouldn't find that. I mean, like, it's in the South, sweet tea, people live on it. It's part, I mean, their blood type is sweet tea. Thank you for those stars. Thank you, Polly.
You told me that's what mine would be, Coke and tea. If they
Yeah.
check my blood.
Here, Mama, here, somebody, let me see who said that. I mean, Linda Watson says, use sugar for sweets.
That's right. She's my friend too.
Thank you, Linda.
Yeah, she's a close friend to say that.
Made chicken and rice. Oh, I love chicken and rice. Mama, let's put that on the list. We can have that in a ton of Sundays.
I know it.
Oh. Hey, from Georgia, Rhonda, how are you? Thank y'all for praying for our friend Rhonda. She's had 2 treatments and both of them she's done well with. She's not sick, and she said all of her
Knock on
fears.
wood, she's not.
She said
sick.
all of her fears.
The only
didn't happen.
problems today was one, she's got her doctor and her what is it, cancer doctor and her chemo doctor, well, whatever they are. One of them says she don't need second surgery, and one of them says she probably will.
Well, that's a
So they're gonna have
that
to
happens.
work that out. She don't know about that yet.
I have used monk fruit for years. Hope says
Well, people use it.
organic cane sugar is my choice. Maybe that would be better, probably. I've been on monk fruit for the last 3 years for my diabetes. No problems. Love it. I've even used the brown sugar. Oh, so they have brown sugar, Letha. Folks, y'all are so good to help us out. We're just navigating waters. Untold, stuff that we've never done. And some of y'all mentioned the monk fruit the other night, so I went on Amazon and I picked up this little small bag. I said, Mama, we'll get it and try it. They say it's good. But
We need to see if our neighbors up here's got honey. I've got some left in there, but
yeah,
and
they do
sweeten
have
our tea with honey, and it'll help our allergies.
They do have honey.
Oh, they have. We'll get some more honey,
It's local.
and
It could be more local. In fact,
I could go along
I think those bees come over here and get my
flowers.
flowers and pack it back over there and make honey out of it.
And then we buy the honey.
Because really, as the bee flies, they just live next door. You gotta go around the road to get to their house. But as the bee flies, I'm sure we're in their flight path. So you could get more local than that. Every time I see a bee in the backyard, I say to that bee, get back over and make me some honey. Okay, folks.
I haven't had any bees this year. I've not seen. Well, I ain't been out none hardly for the heat. And
There was a
everything.
bunch out there this spring in the backyard, especially when all them Bradford pears were doing their thing.
Yeah, they was buzzing around then.
And I said, you girls get back over and make me some honey. All right, folks, we're through.
We
We
went on
thank you.
for 30 minutes with nonsense.
I know. Did we disappoint y'all tonight? We're sorry. We're not the exciting channel.
No, we sure ain't.
But we real. What we do, we do. We don't do anything any different for you all than we do when you're not here. This is us every day, except we don't sit like this.
I set up with our little bit further.
She sits on her end, like the queen. She sits right there where that Sprite bottle is, and I sit right here. I sit with the same place. Mama just squeezes over here so we can both get in the same picture.
Yeah. We growing up, we had our seats around the table.
My whole life, this was my daddy's seat. Mama, Daddy, and I sat on the other end. And then when he passed,
You moved
we were sitting
so far apart.
across from each other and couldn't share the salt and pepper. And I said, Mama, would it upset you if I moved to Daddy's chair? And she said, I wish you would. So I guess me sitting here was better than having an empty chair. So I shifted up here. It was weird for a while. But now it feels comfortable.
Yeah. If some of us was missing at home, that chair was empty.
Yeah.
You know, we had our seats. We said, I sat right by Daddy.
And we have seats at every table in the house. Like we have a kitchen table over here y'all probably never seen. And we have a dining room table, and we all have our seats in different spots. We'll sit at the kitchen table sometime. This is the island. We got, when we built the island, we made it till there's drawers. I probably can't explain this. But it's a long island, and there's drawers on that side, but there's a seat there and a seat here.
See how much.
There's drawers here beside of me, and there's a seat on the end, and there's a seat over there opposite of this. So it's kind of like there's L-shaped seating on both ends, and then there's drawers, so we could have storage. And so that's the reason we end up sitting like this. And when we have company, they sit on the opposite corner, and we can see them, and we can eat and talk and enjoy. You ready, Mama?
Yeah.
Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama.
Thank you for all
God bless
your help. You are so sweet.
Yes. Thanks for explaining stuff.
Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow night. It's party night, Friday night,
Ooh.
and we'll cook something else. Might be pork chops.
I hope I feel better and you don't stay out so late, so
Tell
don't want to have to sit 30 minutes.
she drank
in-
V8 juice today.
Huh?
I was telling them.
You what?
You drank some V8 juice today and got your stomach all sideways.
I reckon I did.
Just V8 juice, that's a lot of acid and a lot of stuff for a little mama. And she
It was
usually
just a little glass, but I wanted something and
different.
it didn't agree with me.
You got what you wanted though, didn't you?
It tasted good.
Well, it knocked me out of some pork chops is all I know.
You can have them tomorrow.
Some old, these are old pork chops now, old greasy pork chops. You still want them old greasy pork chops?
You ain't gonna let me live that down, are you?
Mama, it cracked me up. Crack me up. Bye, y'all. Have a great night. Make you some memories. And don't eat no old greasy pork chops. It's like, bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.